unpopular.
Hello, Mercs of Mischief, and welcome back to Of Those Lost, a 5e gothic horror fantasy adventure into the homebrew setting of Hole in the Hollow. I am Kai, I am your Dungeon Bartholomew Master, and joining me tonight are our lovely adventurers. We're going to go around, we're going to introduce ourselves, and we'll go right into the game, starting with Jonathan.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I push the buttons and I play Bevan. I'm he, him. Bevan is also he, him. And not in great shape after previous week's episode. I'm fine though. I still have like half my hit points, so it's all good.
Great. Arcady.
Hi, I'm Arcady. She, her, and I play Pell, who's she, they. And Pell might be starting to think that this was maybe possibly not the greatest idea, but it's still an okay idea because I'm pretty sure I actually have more hit points than Bevan right now.
I think that's possible, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bad. Puck.
Hi, I'm Puck. I'm Gabbro Scoria. I am a kicker of many asses, and I thank you all for coming to my TED Talk. He, him.
For both. Hooray. Saber, please help us.
Super glad that was the shortest TED Talk Gabbro's ever given. My name's Saber. I play Cypher, the character who loves Gabbro so much. Gabbro's my favorite. I took the last name Skullstaff because of Gabbro. Playing Cypher. He, they for Cypher, they, them for me.
Wonderful. And for those of you keeping score at home, you'll see that we are down a player this week. We will miss Jade very dearly and our lovely Kaja, but they will hopefully be rejoining us for our next session. But in the meantime, we're going to talk a little bit about our lovely reward system and then get right into it. So you'll see that everyone has these little tokens next to their name. Some of them have numbers. They are not air miles.
Well, that's disappointing.
They are something better for Dungeons & Dragons because frequent flyer miles in D&D just means you get thrown a lot. These tokens, each one is worth 1 advantage roll on a d20 for any roll for the player, or they can save up 5 and get a flashback, which is an automatic success on any check, so long as they tell us the story as to what they did that gave them that success. Now, last but certainly not least, my personal favorite, the chaos meter. For every tip that you give us for our fun times here tonight, the money will get added to the chaos meter. And if we reach 100, something, good, bad, maybe just chaotic, will happen in the story as a result. The last time that happened, we did have a mystery haunted book that both attacked the party and gave them information that they might not otherwise have known.
Now, we do have $25 in there from last week. Now, it's technically supposed to reset each week, but it's up to you.
Let's for as a little treat. As a little treat for me.
Treat?
Let's just leave that in there. As a little treat for me.
Just carry over.
Yeah, it's a little treat for me. That's fine. Thank you, last week viewers, for that lovely little tip. And
You're
this
not
week,
off the
thank
hook
you guys,
this week.
thank you guys for tuning in. And without, hello, I am also hello. I did not properly introduce myself. I went straight into the fun stuff. I'm Kai. I use he, they, she pronouns, and as you can clearly see, I am your Dungeon Bartholomew Master. That's exactly how that's supposed to be said. And I will be guiding our wonderful party through the this homebrew campaign location that I have made. And we'll be playing all kinds of characters, maybe. Sometimes they're just Bodax that use whatever pronouns because it's a hey you situation, but they were once people.
They use was.
Yeah. And on that, I like to do a thing here where our lovely players recap the previous events so that we all know kind of what they're thinking is happening right now. So I'm going to turn it over to you, lovely players.
I can start.
What's going on?
Because we were kind of Pell heavy for the start. So we stopped by Lorch on our way to the Hollow, and Lorch is a very small fishing town. Kind of bumps up against the Hollow, and it's where Pell and Bevan are from. So we stopped by to grab some gear, and we met Pell's parents, who are very nice and lovely people. And, you know, they're a little concerned, a little worried, as parents can be, but understand that we got to go do this. So we prepped to go to the Hollow in Lorch.
Yep.
Oh.
We sure
Also,
did.
Bevan picked up gear that was a cloak of eyes, which seemed like a really great idea at the time. So just remember that one. Put a pin in that. Remember that Bevan chose this cloak of eyes.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. Look,
it's a great cloak.
The problem is that we got in there, and the first thing we saw, which, I mean, we might have been able to get in further before we saw anything, but, you know, somebody decided to announce to the accursed forest that we had arrived. So once Gabbro yelled out, we were assaulted by some creatures that just, you know, if you can see them, it's bad, apparently. I tried to make it so that nobody could see them, but I could still see them. So it was bad. It was bad to have a thing that helps me see good, I guess. I'm the fool. Now.
Today it was.
Yeah.
I have been sent on a mission by the earth itself to cleanse the corruption in this evil place known as the Hollow. Upon my journey, I was confronted by a denizen of the air. It was dispatched easily, as it attempted to impede our journey. So too did the denizens of water attempt to impede us, but their attack was weak, and we proceeded into the Hollow. And with my shiny new mace, I planted firmly our enemies deep into the earth. Well done. Now we are safe.
In case y'all lost that first
translation. Yeah, it was just Bodax. We killed Bodax, and Pell got one, and Gabbro got the other.
Also, we saw a bird, and it was raining. That's with the water and air.
And anyone keeping track, Saifa and Kaja did tip Pell's moms. That's everything.
Thanks.
Wonderful. You all have major foray into the Hollow, and after a lively interaction with some Bodax, have found yourselves standing in the dark morning of the Hollow. It's probably getting closer to midday at this point. The rain still falling and the clouds thick enough that it's almost night where you stand in this somewhat open area around the road that Bevan and you all have found, but Bevan mostly, that takes you deeper into the Hollow. The bubble of darkness that Bevan had cast over one of the Bodax, a clever attempt to shield people from the ability to see and be seen by the Bodak, both was successful and backfired in that not everyone in the party can see through magical darkness. And when the darkness drops, with Gabbro's heavy hits of the very powerful mace that was bestowed upon him by the king, the lights burst 1, 2, and explode out in a giant burst of white, bright light. And poor Bevan, his eyes closed, but somehow seeing everything, is blinded in the flash. That is where we pick up.
Oh God, Red, you look terrible.
Who's that?
It is I. It is I, your best friend, Blue. Bevan. Not Bevan, you're Bevan. I'm Gabbro.
I'm like darting as fast as possible because I could see through the magical darkness. So I saw Bevan just get his ass kicked and feel real bad about it. So,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you okay?
Bevan's still
You okay?
swinging.
I'm ducking.
Is he? Where is it?
You're safe now. He is defeated.
I can't see. I can't see.
Allow me to pour my life force.
Cursed.
into you. And I want to place a hand on Bevan, and just say when. And Bevan, give me a number between 1 and 35.
I mean, what can you spare?
any number between 1 and 35.
35 would almost fix me.
All right, I pour 35 of my life force into Bevan.
Wow.
Wow. Oh. Okay.
There.
I don't feel like I'm dying. Still can't see.
What does Gabbro look like after pouring 35 points?
It's a bright light that actually doesn't affect me at all. It's just like a healing thing I can do.
Yeah.
I'm A-okay. My hurt points are fine.
Gabbro, what does it look like when you transfer this energy of
I
the
would
earth
say-
into Bevan?
Like scales of soil come up and like wrap around the section, and it glows a bright green of where I'm touching him, and he's like nourished by the earth and healed back up. And as I pull it away, there's like a as like, you know, tearing from earth.
As Bevan, I think he's only. How long is he blind for? It's 1
I
minute
think
or
it's
10.
a minute. It's really bad. I think it's a whole minute, and in combat,
Yeah.
it's horrible.
Oh
A
my
minute.
God!
Yeah. And with everything settling, Kaja comes over and is going to also just very familiarly wave her hand and push into you a little bit of healing. Roll that for her right now.
Oh, I'm really. I'm much better.
You get
Thank you.
5 points from Kaja, who just looks very concerned at you.
Does that, Kaja?
Yeah.
I don't know how long this is. I think this cloak is cursed.
Want to trade?
No, I don't want to give you the cursed one. How do we know yours isn't as well?
Not blinded right now.
I guess.
I'm slightly bloodied, but that's not the cloak's fault.
I think it's a coincidence, Bevan.
Yeah.
Pray that the earth returns your sight, or at the very least, clears your path so you don't trip over anything.
As you say that, Haver comes wandering over and kind of looks around, speaking of being heard or seen. I should have done this before. And you see him pick up some dirt from the ground next to him and blow it, the like soft topsoil that hasn't been soaked through with rain yet out into the air, and you see it kind of scatter unnaturally around all of you, and he is casting Pass Without a Trace on all of you.
Oh. Neat.
Are
Yeah.
you feeling any better in here, Haver?
I still feel like I'm only going the right direction, not that I'm where I need to be.
I am absolutely floored by the fact that Haver has done this. And Gabbro runs up to Haver. You practice the rituals of the earth. Friend, why did you not tell me?
It's, you gotta have some tricks up your sleeve for Watch.
I know this ritual as well.
Oh, that's really good.
What did he do? What did he do?
That we are invisible to those who seek us.
We're just harder to find.
As long as we don't yell. And as his vision finally starts to clear, find Gabbro? Lou?
Yeah. Yes.
My guy. You gotta keep it down.
But we are safe now. We've defeated the enemies in the area.
We should probably get moving. I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I'm turning to Haver and Cypher. Are we safer here? Do we need to leave? Are there going to be more coming this way?
Never safe in here, I don't think. But I think what Haver's done helps, and I agree that we need to be quieter. Looking directly at Gabbro.
How will you cleanse the
I know
lands
we're
of
walking
its
into.
infernal deserts?
I thought it was
What?
clearer.
We can just start by getting through the land. It's hard to cleanse it when we don't know where we are or what we're doing.
Very well. I shall not launch further challenges until an enemy confronts us.
I think that's the smartest thing you've said since I met you.
Thank you. I believe it was as well.
It wasn't a compliment.
As I'm just watching all the big, strong people debate, I'm quietly cast mage armor on myself.
Smart lady.
Smart and a slight vote of no confidence.
Yeah.
So my AC is now very, very nice.
I
Very
love
nice
this
AC.
for us.
This is a very good stick. I just want to... This is a really good stick that I got.
We didn't even have to. It didn't even have to touch us. It was just looking. I thought it was it looking at us, but it was when I could see it through the darkness. It was something I haven't felt since the first time I was here.
Evan, can I offer you, as terrifying and frightening as this has been, it's still something you survived.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe you would come in here by yourself.
I rarely came across anything. There's only once or twice I actually saw anything. When I did, I turned back.
Could have gone really badly by yourself. Kind of like bap his arms like very lightly.
If it
Yeah.
makes you feel any better, I don't think he was running around yelling at the danger.
That does make me feel better. I know he was not running around yelling at the danger.
Yes, well, if we're feeling up to it, we should probably keep moving.
Please. This only lasts a little while.
Lead the way. I shall pick up the slack once your ritual ends, dear friend.
That sounds good.
I can help with that too.
Red!
Yeah.
Evan, do you want to walk with me?
Yeah. Yeah, you're more familiar. Yeah. I'll step up.
Yeah, and Haver goes towards the front, but kind of still keeps pace with you, a little uncertain about the recent blinding and how well you've recovered from that. But also, he can't see as well as you in the dark.
Yeah, starting to be able to see as well again.
Good, because my eyes aren't what they used to be, I guess.
Mine have gotten a little too good suddenly, I think.
That might be to our benefit.
Let's hope. Are those
All right, we're.
anything you ran into on the way out?
I don't fully remember the way out, I think.
Huh.
This was a road when I left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the road last time I saw it too.
Well, then maybe I do remember.
What else? Did you have to fight anything on your way out, or did you just make it through pretty
I just
clear?
traveled quietly. I just walked quietly, carefully. But I grew up around here. I know the woods. And they are different.
Yeah. Something's different.
Hmm. Well, let's travel quietly, everyone.
Quietly, I'll walk beside Pell. How are you feeling?
Little rough. Not gonna lie. Mostly, I mean, I was mad at Bevan for one reason, and now I'm mad at Bevan for another reason because he came in here by himself. And obviously, he can barely handle it when we're in here together. So, really stupid of him, not you, not me. We're great.
I know that you've told me before that you would prefer not to have my help. I would like to offer that I have a protection spell and I have a healing spell. I would like to offer you one or both.
Yeah, okay, either.
Do you have a preference?
Probably healing, because I can pretty shield myself pretty well. But the healing, once I get hit, it's bad.
6 points healing
That is
word.
exactly what I needed. Thank you.
You're welcome. And while I'm helping anyway, it might be good for your soul and us as a group for you to find a way to forgive. He has apologized, and I do believe he means it. If you hold this grudge for too long and something happens, you'll never forgive yourself.
Oh, no, look, I'm mad, but I'm not, like, mad. Like, I know how to feel my feelings without letting them get in the way of other things. So I can be mad, but it doesn't really serve us right now at all.
I mean, respectfully, you're still saying things out of bitterness that are intentionally, I believe, hurting him, and I'm not sure you need to keep doing that.
Yeah, I glance at him and I'm like, there, he is hurt enough without, anyone else's help.
But I also appreciate that you're good at telling me to stop, so I'll stop while I'm ahead and just keep walking quietly beside you.
Wonderful. I'm going to need some rolls. Starting with Bevan, with assistance from Haver. Please roll a survival check for me.
Okay. 22 if I'm getting advantage with that assistance.
You definitely are. It's a good thing. Yes, and then everybody, since we're traveling quietly, please roll me a stealth check. You do have +10 to the roll.
I have disadvantage.
That feels right.
So that'll be a 20.
I got a nat 20 for a total of 34.
Pell is gone forever, not to be seen again.
I got a 14 with a natural 1 + 4.
I got 27.
Doing
37
so good.
with the +10.
Good job, +10. plus 10 keeping us somewhat alive. God damn it, Kaja. Bevan, Pell,
Yeah.
you are really good at traveling quietly because that's how you make mischief, and mischief is fun. In a very small town where not a lot happens. The rest of your party, well, they're trying, but boy, Gabbro is trying the most.
I just picture, I've stopped thinking about being quiet with my movements, and I've taken my bedroll out of my adventuring pack, and I'm trying to get like a slide knot around the edge of it, like in the fabric. I'm just like walking this with it.
Chunk, 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 chunk. And as you traipse through the forest, some of you almost unseen, others less so. Bevan, you notice that Haver just got fully distracted, and for all of his talk of knowing the woods and being quiet and being careful, he just starts walking like a normal person at some point and crunching like branches and leaves, and he just got a little distracted. But he's still pretty quiet as a person, so that works out well for him. Meanwhile, Kaja gets just caught up in whatever Gabbro's doing.
What is going on back there, guys?
Oh, well, I thought a lot about what you said. That they just needed to look at you, and you needed to see them. So I never use my bedroll. But if I place it over their head and tighten a rope there, then you will not see them, and they will not see you.
Okay, yeah. No, you could totally just like come up from behind him and hold it there for a second. Too, I don't think they're very strong.
No, they were not. I pushed them down very easily.
Yeah.
I also killed them with reckless abandon.
So maybe you don't
did not even feel the weight of the strikes against their flesh.
Yeah, no, totally. You're very strong. That maybe just not so much fussing around with stuff right now. You're kind of clanky as it is.
Right.
Yeah.
It's because I am so well armored. That is likely why I took so little damage in our fight.
Right. Bevan kind of like searches into his bag, and he's got a little pouch of like tallow, like greasy. Look, I just kind of rub it between the joints on my scale mill, and it kind of helps keep things down. Maybe give that a try.
Any pine tar?
Not on me.
Okay, I could coat the inside of the bedroll with the pine tar, and it would stick to the beasts.
I'm a little more talking about the noise that you're making as you walk.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I will oil up the joints of my armor. Good point.
Great, yeah. At this point, I notice Haver just like, hey, bud. Come back to us here. Yep.
What?
You're kind of, and I kind of like gestured down at the ground where he's like, crunch.
Stepped on a branch. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I think my spell's gonna end soon anyways.
I've got you. Earth, mask the sound of our steps.
Nice.
And I initiate my what do I call this? Merge with stone ability to initiate pass without a trace.
Cool. I love this. You all, I'm not gonna make you reroll. You travel quietly inside of the hollow. It's always difficult to tell exactly where the sun is in the sky in Hole. There's clouds that hang low over the rolling fields, and always a morning fog, especially where most of you are from. Those of you who are actually from the hollow, or from Hole. The sun is unpredictable at best in the first place, But in the hollow, the cloud cover is so thick that everything lives in this glowing twilight of darkness. The trees around you, dark already just from being trees, their shadows are deeper here. And on closer examination, some of them are black. Not withered, just black every so often.
Try to keep to the brightest part of the path, if possible.
Ah, I could do this. And I twist my mace and it illuminates with a light.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Oh, right. Because of all the eyes you have on your gross cloak.
Yeah, also just drawing attention. I'm just saying,
Of course.
the especially shadowy trees, I don't know if you want to get too close to those. And I really mean I don't know.
Are they perhaps evil?
I don't know.
I can find out. Don't worry, I've got this.
I really wish you wouldn't.
And I
Aja goes also to like kind of interrupt, and she's like, he's gonna do it anyways.
I reach out with my senses. I reach into the earth.
Yes.
Earth, show me the location of any celestial fiends or undead within 60 feet.
You get back from the earth. Wow, Gabriel, that's really specific.
Right? I know, but wording is like very important when conducting these kinds of rituals.
Correct. You reach out, and while you do not detect any living beings or unliving beings within a radius, you do just get a general sense from the earth around you. What originally called you here to the hollow, the sickness that was corrupting the earth. And as you reach out, you feel your fingers become one with the earth. You feel for just a moment like you've reached your hands into just blackened ash, the remains of a fire that had never been dealt with. Something burning and something that should have been buried has burnt away at the nature of this place. The trees themselves reek of soot, sulfur.
Old nemesis, fire. How are you, fire? There are no enemies in the immediate area, unless you count lesser elements.
Are there any animals around? Let's do this. Put it off long
Perception
enough.
check.
Put it off long enough. Perception. Oh wait, something's giving me advantage for something. I think it's that.
You're in a forest or something. No, that's a different thing. You are in a forest, though.
That's for
Cloak?
survival check.
Oh, yeah, it's your cloak. Your cloak
My
gives you
cloak.
advantage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, an all vision check. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
17.
Just
though.
see. Your cloak
Good.
gives you sight beyond sight.
Even when you don't want it.
What do my woven eyes see?
Ha
You go very still for a moment and you look. And while the rain makes it hard to see when leaves move the way that an animal would trigger, you're still long enough and you see something shift in the trees about 30 paces away from you towards the west. Just sitting on the side of the road. And again, you this time see clearly two little black feet of a hopping raven on a branch.
I kind of whistle to it, and I'll cast Speak Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good guy. You whistle to it, and you see it cock its whole head to the side and look at you.
Hey, come here a minute.
What do you want?
Just want to know what's up with the area. Does anyone have a coin or just like something shiny or something?
I have bread. We have so much bread. Bevan, we have so much bread.
Hey, how you feel about bread? You ever had bread?
Bread?
And I'll break off a piece of hardtack.
Immediately just like takes off from the tree, flies through the rain, and lands next to you and shakes all the rain off of itself.
Hey, you see anyone else passing through here?
Hop, hop. There were wolves.
Wolves? Anything more upright like us?
Oh yeah, that happens a lot.
The wolves
Hey,
are
I
upright?
have a question for you.
Yeah, huh? What?
Are all of you see-through?
I don't think so. Can you see through us?
No. But you were asking if there's people, and I saw people, but they were see-through.
Huh. How long ago was that?
I don't know.
That's a good point.
What's long ago?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Have you seen were the wolves upright? Is that what you're saying?
No.
No.
Wolves don't go upright. They're wolves.
Hey, crazy things happen, right?
No. Kind of puffs up a little in the rain.
Have you seen anything acting different than normal?
No.
No?
No.
Bevan, different here is normal for them.
That's a good point. Hey, how about this? The see-through people. A lot of them in the same
Yeah.
place, they all spread out.
They just pass through here sometimes. I don't know.
Sure.
You're the weird ones. Can't see through you. And he comes over and kind of pokes you in the ankle.
Haver, do you have any
Yep.
interactions with incorporeal people on your way out?
Nope.
No reason.
He's like, no, and I would like to never have this thought ever again. Thank you.
DM, would I have seen these see-through people at some point in my travels?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Yeah, I'm just gonna relay everything back. This crow is saying that most of the people, like humanoid he sees around, are see-through, and they're passing through. Just
What, like
everywhere.
ghosts?
Hard to say. Something like that.
Cypher, you have made some light forays into this region in more recent years, I'm assuming. And you have a very clear memory late at night of what looked like a man in normal clothes, could have been a farmer, simple civilian, walking through a grove significantly further to the south of here in the moonlight. And he steps out from behind a tree and would be crossing the path of another, and he just vanishes.
Bevan, what information are you attempting to get here?
Just trying to get a lay of the land if there's anything nearby we should be prepared for. Why is it something you want to know?
Prepared for everything all the time.
I mean, theoretically, sure, but is there something?
I mean,
Do you? Anyone else have
perhaps
questions?
if we offer this
Hey, where's the
crow
bread?
more bread, it could, yes, stay with us a little longer. Maybe it will see things we can't see.
Could you
Gabbro, stop.
ask the bird? Hey, do you mind if I kind of borrow your sight for a quick minute?
Roll a persuasion check
Wave the bread.
with advantage if you're waving bread.
Ooh, all right. 17. -1 charisma.
What do you mean, borrow my sight?
I just need to. Oh, you just take a fly around and I'll see what you see.
Huh. Got more bread?
Yeah, I got more bread.
All
Reaching
right.
out, break off like a good chunk. When you get back, need you to take a big loop
Takes
around.
2 big hops forward and then just starts flying off.
I try to touch it before it goes. It casts Beast Sense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Got you.
Tiger it. Oh yeah, and he takes off wide loop. We're gonna roll some Raven numbers.
I'm sure Pell's
Ravens.
familiar with this as his eyes glaze over.
Yeah, this is normal. I step a bit closer to Bevan's unmoving body because I know he can't see or hear or defend himself. So I'm like, all soaking wet 90 pounds of Pell is ready to fight.
Pell is
Shake
just
me if
normal.
something happens.
Has that
Oh,
bird
yeah.
bewitched him?
It hasn't. It's fine. It's just a bird, Gabriel.
He's doing great. He's a good little guy.
Gabbro, what do you have against birds other than they
If
fly?
it flies, it lies.
So
this-
your little rhyme is what you live by.
Denizens of the air are not to be trusted.
What about, like, tieflings who can fly? Or Asmar?
They
Don't
are
you
not.
trust them?
They are children of the earth. They are not denizens of the air.
Okay, but they fly, but they don't lie, so your rhyme is illogical.
I just. You can't trust birds.
Well, I have a workaround. Bevan trusts birds, and you trust Bevan.
Yes. I will save him once this bird betrays him.
Sure.
Does this apply to bats too?
Bats are on the fence. They have not yet chosen a side.
Because they don't lay eggs, or like
And
what? Where is
May
this?
the earth help us if they do.
As this important pontification occurs, Bevan, your new Raven friend, makes a nice wide pass over the trees. It is raining, and the air is quite thick with fog and clouds. And on top of it, the trees get denser and denser as you look forward. All you really can see are trees, rain, and clouds. But he does circle back around and land and kind of hops towards you on the ground in the mud.
I'll come out of it. Give him a chunk. I'll make you a deal. You got any other friends? All y'all keep an eye on us, right? Anytime you warn us of danger, give us a little heads up before we get jumped by something. Right all around.
I have 2 unfortunate mechanical questions. The first one is beasts speak with animals? Is it a concentration spell?
Ooh, is it? I don't think it is. It doesn't say.
Great. If it doesn't say that, we're good.
Duration is
my next
10
one
minutes.
Oh, great. Yeah, you're fine. And then the second question is, can you please roll me a persuasion check?
Persuasion is so bad. That is a
bud.
0.
Oh, man, that's rough. That's a rough one. The raven hops over to you, flies up and grabs the bread out of your hand, and flies away with the bread in its mouth.
I don't think the birds are looking out for us, guys.
Should have told them we have a bakery. Like, they could have just hung out at the bakery.
Just have lots of birds at the bakery.
Yeah, it would be charming.
Then they'd be hanging out there instead of helping us here.
But I mean, like, after they helped us. We wouldn't tell them where it was until they helped us.
We'll see.
Next time, there will be other birds. And
Well,
perhaps bats, and then Gabbro can trust them more or something.
Once they choose a side, yes.
Well,
Will not get these scones, you winged menace.
Gabbro!
oh, you really gotta stop that, man.
So,
Look,
just very emotional about this.
it's just dense forest and it just gets denser, so I don't see any. There used to be towns and stuff. They were decrepit, but it looks like even the trees have grown up around them, so I can't see them from the sky. So I don't know. I guess we just keep going forward.
Haver shall lead us. He knows where he's going, right?
I guess.
Show us the way to
keep
go.
walking towards, yes, wherever the capital would have been.
Do we have
Yeah.
any way of telling direction in here? There's no sun. Do
You,
Like, do
your
we have a
survival
compass?
checks are your best bet.
yeah. Phew.
Let's
Boy, oh boy.
try to tell a direction, shall we?
All right. Yeah. I guess we're just gonna continue on unless anybody else has something.
Yeah. All right. So we've recast Pass Without a Trace despite Gabbro's yelling.
So I'm going to touch whoever's leading, if it's still Bevan, with guidance. So you've got that D4 as well.
Bevan, with help from Haver again, and from with this guidance, you are welcome to lead on with another survival check.
And I forgot, I actually get an additional 3 on these. So it's a 21 even without the guidance. Is guidance a one-time use, or is it used as much as you want?
Yeah, it's 1 minute.
1 minute, as many times as you need.
It's a D4,
I think
right?
it's 1 minute per casting, but yeah.
Throw it on anyways. All right. So it'll be a 23
Per
altogether.
casting.
Or no,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
you did great.
25 altogether.
You did really great. You seem to think that you are headed in the direction of the loop of the Hari River, where the Etzel twists and heads northward into the mountains and the forest, past the border of the Hollow. It is then known as the Hari, renamed by the Protectorate a very long time ago. The southernmost part, where it bends then northward, contains what was a city that you have some understanding of it existing. It was the next town on the river after Pottendam and nearest to Austinbrook. And then northward from that, you do know that there was a fishing village not far inside of the hollow from Lorch. And you think that you are headed in the direction of that village.
Okay.
The day wears on, and you've traveled probably about 6 hours at this point, with very little cause for alarm, despite some of your party members being on the louder side. But you know that your footsteps have not been able to be tracked, and with the rain washing everything else away and covering a little bit of the sound, you think you might have gotten away without being too noticed. it is getting later in the day. You can press forward, or you can try and set up a camp to rest.
What does everyone think? Are we better off trying to rest in the woods or seeing if we can make it? There's a ruin of a town. And if we hit the river, navigation should at least be easier.
I think a ruin of a town would be a better place for a camp than in the middle of the trees.
No.
If we can get there.
Feel is about as good as I always feel. So, like, not great, but, like, that's about as good as it gets.
We can rest wherever. I do not require much for accommodations.
Let's press on and hope shelter's still there.
Very well.
So you guys are going to continue onward.
Yeah.
Onward and upward.
We're going to see
All
if
right,
we can
one more
make it to either
one
the
more
river.
round of rolls then.
And Bevan will throw his pass without a trace out.
I'm so happy.
For good
Everyone
measure.
can practice your earth rituals.
Oh, they're so...
Yeah, when Bevan does it, he's it's not even like blowing dirt on people so much as just sort of dropping to the back of the line and just kind of like swishing the tracks in the mud at this
Nice.
point.
Well, it's...
Magic.
You didn't do it right, but that's fine.
And with that, Bevan, can I get one more survival roll for you?
Let's do it.
Again, at advantage with help. Yeah. Oh, thank God.
Advantage. Yeah, with an additional. So yeah, 23.
You all, let's see, how do we do on all those stealth checks? All these have +10 to them.
Oh, hey, I still got to put another one out. Why don't I
Yes,
do that?
please.
Boop-a-da-doo.
Oh, man.
Hey, better than last time. It's an 18.
Yeah, you all get further into the woods. You feel night beginning to truly fall on these very ominous looking trees. It's been quiet. It's rained all day. With the exception of your encounter earlier this morning, not much has occurred, except you begin to hear the sound of rushing water. The Hari moving northward. Bevan, you see that this section of road is familiar.
Okay.
You have some idea of where you are, right at the edge of the furthest you've ever gone. But you know where this village is. And you press on. And eventually you come to the side of the Hari where the road travels along a somewhat weathered short cliffside and eventually rolls down into being at the same level as the shore. And there you see in the low fog, in the quiet still of darkness, ruins. The first thing you see is what was a boat, a little one, nothing too impressive. And the Hari is quite a wide river, but a small, like a rowboat, tipped over on its side, and a huge section of it is just missing, and it is decayed, covered in moss. But further down, you see what was a dock, the anchors having lifted out of the water at this point. The river having shrunk for some reason in this region. And the dock pieces scattered along the shore. But also in the fog, you see the shapes of what were small huts. The thatch roofs caved in and long decayed. There's a smell of damp, even more than there was just from the rain, of mildew and overly decayed, soaked wood and hay. But ahead of you are the ruins of Gorodzaria, a fishing village, once a strong ally of Hull.
All right. Well, guess let's look for the sturdiest building. See if we can set up camp for the night.
The village has one road. It's not very big. It's a little fishing village. And the main road, as you travel northward, just winds around what were old little huts and homes. Most of them caved in. Some of them, the remains of them are only just posts, either because they were constructed out of something that has decayed or something else has occurred here.
Yeah. Anything with roof and or walls.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. And check in and see what everyone else is doing as we walk through this town. Yeah, Gabra, what are you up to?
Seeing this town in total disarray kind of broke down. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check for enemies in the area before we make camp. Reach out to the Earth again. Hello, Earth. It's me, Gabbro.
Gabra Scoria.
It's Gabbro Scoria. I'm looking for corrupted beings. Are they here?
I'm going to read the language of something.
Is there anybody here? What needs to be smashed? Please let me know.
XOXO. Gabbro.
Yours truly, Gabbro Scoria. Well servant. Last kicker.
You reach out to the earth. It's wet, first of all. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, water attacks us. But it will not impede us.
And it's your fingers sink in, and on the air you smell something sweet, but there's like an edge of cinder to it, almost like you're smelling sugar being turned into caramel. And with that, you think that there's something nearby that both might have something fair and foul about it, but you don't know exactly where because it is in fact behind total cover.
There is something here. A carnival, perhaps? Let's be on the lookout.
And, bless this ability. I just love this for us. You reach out, and you've been walking through the village for maybe like 20, 30 feet, and you stop to do this. And directly behind you, about maybe 20 paces, is a small undead force.
Turn around, mace out, shield ready. Hello.
Gabra, what are you doing?
There is something here.
What do you mean? Explain. What is something?
There is a small undead force in the area and something else is hidden.
I close my physical eyes. Is there anything invisible or in the ethereal realm?
You close your eyes. You look where Gabbro is facing. And though he is kind of a rambling madman at times, you're inclined to believe that he actually did see something. And you close your eyes and you see inside of the rain the droplets passing straight through him, about 3.5 feet tall, the spectral, ethereal form of a little boy.
It's a child. Hello, can you
You say that, and
hear
he
us?
hides behind his hands.
I have experience with small children, and particularly small boys in the hollow. I'm gonna creep in closer and like pull the pastry out of my pocket because this is how I made friends with Bevan.
Can you see into the ethereal plane?
Oh no, I can't. Damn it! Unless
Yeah,
you have
unfortunately.
to tell me, Bevan.
Yeah.
We don't. Bevan will step up next to you and kind of like turn you a little bit to the left, so you're facing it. We're not gonna hurt you.
Might.
Are you alone here?
Bevan, god damn it. Can you please roll for me a wisdom saving throw?
God damn it.
A wisdom saving throw.
Can I do an exorcism?
I gotta double check. Is there anything that?
Oh, you're near Gabbro.
You are
So
near
you
me.
can
You
add-
have +2.
Yeah, you can add a +2 to it.
So I can add 2. Okay. I mean, yeah. So I think that's 16.
Cool. You look at this little boy and he peeks out from behind his hands. And you are filled with this sense of deep dread for just a moment. The hollow is this place of fear and peril that you have been living next to and have experienced so much of your whole life. But then you just see that behind this, he's just a little boy. There's no malice behind it. But he is a ghost. But you're fine.
Are you alone in here? Are you? You can see us? Do you have
Yeah.
friends? Do you have family? No. Is there a safe place to hide us from animals and monsters?
Roll a persuasion check on a little ghost boy. Little boy. Gotta get it. So you guys gotta,
13.
find a way to make Bevan not your front man, guys.
Right? This is not good.
Gotta find a way to get Pell to talk. Pell's great at talking.
I know.
It cannot.
13. Where are we at with this little boy? He's okay. He kind of looks
Guidance
at
is
you.
a cantrip, and it's what I'll do it every minute if I have to.
Oh my god. He looks at you, Bevan, and then you see him kind of look over your whole party, and he walks straight to Pell. And Pell, you see in the rain, almost like he's stepping out from between raindrops, the ghost of a little boy appear that you can see, but he is see-through, much like the raven said that he had been seeing. And he's got scraggly, short, like chin-length hair and big, sad eyes. His clothes are simple, plain, loved and worn, patched, mended. He's got a little bit of mud on his knee. And he just looks up at you. Hi.
Well, hi. I'm Pell. What's your name?
Pell, unfortunately, I also need you and actually Gabbro and Cypher and the other two to all make wisdom saving throws.
Sounds about right. 12.
You are also next to Gabbro, so everyone has +2.
14.
16, 18.
We're doing real good. all of you get this sense of deep dread, and especially Pell and Haver. You feel yourself beginning to become untethered for just a moment. The gravity of death and unlife staring back at you for just a moment, but with the grounding force of Gabbro next to you, you come back to yourself.
Yeah, I cast prestidigitation around my mittens and warm my hands up a little bit. Keep my little prestidigitation space heater on to ground myself. It's okay, none of us are gonna hurt you.
I suppose not, but there is still something else here.
I don't know my name. I think I had one.
Well, that's okay. My friend here didn't really remember his name at first either.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want a name?
Yeah, do you want to know the secret about names? You could just pick one. I picked his.
Okay, I don't know. But I do know where there's a house. But there's someone there.
Ooh, that might be the presence I felt.
Is it someone solid like us, or is it someone
He's
more
got
like
doggies.
you? He's got doggies. Are they nice doggies?
No, but they're big. They're cute doggies. I've been playing with his stuff when he's not watching.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he
So-
like you, or is he like us?
Oh,
Does he have good things to play with?
he's got weird stuff.
You know, weird stuff like creepy or gross or slimy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you think any of it's like magical? And I'll give a little puff of prestidigitation sparkles to... Anything like that? Because those are pretty good toys.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he knows that I'm here.
Can't he see you?
Mm-mm. No.
Well, point us to the direction, and young man, you must return to the earth as soon as possible. It is far too dangerous and far too late for you to be out in a place like this. I don't know who has untethered you from the earth, but you must point me in their direction so they will taste my wrath.
And he just, with the biggest eyes, looks at Pell and Bevan, just like, what's happening here?
He's just a silly guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just his
Okay.
fun jokes. Oh, yeah.
Okay, you want me to take you to the house?
Yeah, just a second, and I turn back into the rest of the crowd, and I'm like, so maybe it's somebody who's like got hounds that don't like the ghosts. I don't know, but he said the dogs are mean.
Could be
So
wolves. We've been hearing them as we walk.
They could be demon beasts. I can tell you one thing. If I sensed it by reaching out, it is not friendly.
I mean, we can go check it out. Maybe it's somebody with some information, or maybe it's somebody or something that would be unfriendly. Hard to say.
Whenever they're there, they don't sound like a ghost.
Yeah.
There is a
Can't
test.
say I know what ghosts are supposed to sound like.
We can test them to see if they are dangerous or not the moment we open the door.
Knock on the door. We're gonna
Yeah,
knock
how are
on
you
the
going to
door.
do that?
Very scientific method. It works every time.
Is it going to involve making a lot of noise or attracting hostile creatures to us in some other way?
It will make some noise, and then it will become very quiet.
Are you just gonna immediately kill him?
Not if he's not evil. Not if he's not corrupted.
I glance to see if the ghost child is still there. If like I'm like perpetually looking back in this conversation.
You look over your shoulder and you see him jump and try and splash in a puddle, but he is not corporeal.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna let them decide.
Yes.
I'm gonna go play with this child. I'm gonna. Do you want some help? And I'll.
Yes,
like,
ghost child,
put a
punish the
little-
water.
Yeah, I put a little foot down in the puddle and make it splash. Do it together.
Do it again. Do it again.
Splash.
And he takes a really big jump and he floats a little bit higher than a child normally would and lands down in the puddle.
Guys, we
And
can't
I'll like,
do that
as he
one.
lands, I'll like stomp my foot and make it splash too.
And he just starts laughing and jumping up and down, passing in and out of your foot as he does.
Yeah, I don't really want anything else from this child but to try and make them happy because they've clearly had something awful happen.
And he's smiling and having a grand old time. And that's when we're going to take our break, everybody. Please take care of what you need to take care of, and we will be back in 15 minutes.
And we're one.
Hello, Mercs of Mischief. Welcome back to Of Those Lost. We're going to go around. We're going to do a little meet and greet with our lovely cast. Get to see what they're up to. Get to know a little bit more about them and their goings on. We're going to start with Jonathan.
Oh, hi, I'm Jonathan. He, him. I play Bevan, also a he, him. And I'm also the producer here, pushing buttons, making the things move around on the screen. So if that gets messed up, you can blame me. And if you enjoy that, you can let me know by getting in touch with me at the places in my link tree. You'll find me here on Mondays and Wednesdays, and you'll find me other places doing other stuff. If you check out those links right there.
The most specific.
Mm-hmm.
Arcady.
Hi, I'm Arcady, she, her, and you can usually just find me hanging out over on my Twitter, which is Arcady Koshka, where I post like makeup and cosplay and my cat. Also, this Sunday, I'm playing on my friend D'Angelo's channel. He's doing a bunch of horror one-shots every weekend of October, and I am playing in his game of Hunter the Reckoning. An evil MLM has come to town, so we gotta play the nice, lovely townsfolk. You are gonna take down this evil pyramid scheme that is taking over our town with creepy diet pills. So you can catch me over on his channel. Let me drop the link. Sunday evening. Otherwise, you can find me here on Wednesdays and also Mondays, where I play in Puck's show, Last Light, where you can watch me lie and cheat my way through winning this damn thing. 'Cause I'm gonna win.
You did slightly rig a fight.
Yes.
Winning at Dungeons and Dragons, a very
I'm gonna
normal
win.
thing. People definitely do that. Speaking of Puck.
Hello, friends. It's me, Papa Puck. You've probably been wondering, where can I see more of Puck? Where can I find the juicy, sweet pockets of Puck nestled throughout the internet? I'm here to tell you. You can find them on Monday nights, right here on the Mercenaries of Mischief, where I DM my game, Last Light. You can also find them over on Puck and Talk, where I make videos about things that I'm interested in and the opinions I have. And I know you're dying to hear. You can check those out. There'll be a new video this week about the recent changes to 1D&D. And that's it for me. Take it away.
So soothing and strange.
With the storm
Saber.
sounds in the background, too.
That's my brand. Soothing and strange.
I forgot the
Just
storm sounds were
don't know
still
how
running.
to
Hello.
Follow that. I'm Saber. Saber_Sensei on Instagram. I do art stuff. I do live theater with youngins. We just cast a show on Monday. It was awesome. Yeah, I don't do the whole posting of the names. I give them individual cards, and there were only 2 people who cried, so it's great. Yeah, one was really happy, and the other one was like super disappointed. But I got cast 31, so it's gonna be a nice big show. I also play on Dirty 20 Gaming on occasion, and do some other projects that are coming up in the works. So yeah, I'll give you more information as I get it. Thank you for having me as always.
Thank you for being here. Hello, I'm Kai. You can find me here doing this thing on Wednesday nights. And then you can find me on Tuesday nights on Going Critical RPG, playing Manhattan by Midnight, a Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. We only have 2 episodes left for this arc, as the walls are closing in and the city seems to be possibly going into war. It's fine. Everything's fine and normal. Just announced recently also, I will be in an upcoming one-shot on Transplanter RPG. Very excited about that, coming very soon. I also just published a article in Yo Magazine, which is a Japanese-American magazine, for their gaming edition. I wrote an article about decolonizing fantasy tabletop and talking about the Heian-Z incident, and about why there is a subclass called samurai, and that's fully insane. And then last but not least, I'm so excited to announce, finally, I've been working on this podcast for over a year with my friends called The Lore Brewery, and we're happy to actually tonight announce our upcoming programming. We have 3 shows in the works right now. We have Ashes and Dust, which is a post-apocalyptic 5e adventure through a world ablaze with magic, DM'd by me. And then we have another short adventure called Elf Crimes, an original 1-page game of North Pole noir. What evil lurks in the hearts of Santa's elves? Those are coming later this year. And then next year, I'm happy to announce our very first long campaign, Far, Far Away, a homebrew D&D 5e adventure, where the PCs take on the roles of classic fairy tale characters, and the stories you grew up with are intertwined in ways you don't expect. The Elf Crimes is written and run by Accidental Rogue, another member of our group, and Far, Far Away is written and run by our buddy Margaret, also known as the Nerdhood on the internet. But you can find all of that at the Lore Brewery on Twitter. So excited to actually say those words out loud. And you'll hear more from us in the coming weeks and months as our stuff is going to be out before the end of the year. Enough about me and all of this crazy stuff going on. We're gonna get back into it. Please do not forget those fun tips go towards our chaos and the ensuing madness that is about to happen. Every token counts towards an advantage roll. Every 5 tokens counts towards a flashback, and $100 in the chaos meter means that I get to do something weird. But on that, we are going to go back into the Hollow, where our lovely party is splashing in puddles and talking about what to do about a unknown entity in a village inhabited seemingly by one little ghost boy and someone with mean dogs.
I think we should kill the dog man.
We don't know that there's anything wrong with the dogman. For all we know, it's just somebody who's stuck in here. Maybe the dogs are just mean to ghosts because dogs and ghosts don't get along. I don't know.
Is that a thing?
I've heard of dogs.
Cypher, is that a thing?
Not liking. Yeah, is that anything you know of? Do I know anything about dogs and undead? Ghost adjacent.
Roll a nature check.
As you address Cypher, you would see that I am playing with some materials in my hand. It's clear that I'm contemplating something, and at the name, I kind of look to you, and then look back at my hand. And I was actually hoping potentially on using a flashback shortly.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do Bevan's nature check, and then I am so excited to hear what this flashback is.
Go.
Bevan, out of 15, you don't have a lot of ghost experience, but you do know that if you are going to venture towards a place with unknown variables, especially ones that are of a more supernatural element, animal companions, dogs, cats, birds, etc., sometimes have a stronger sense of the world around them. So unknown if it has to do with this little boy ghost or if it's something else.
Yeah. It would be totally reasonable to bring
go
dogs with. Yeah. Just to protect against whatever. This could just be some guy.
What do you got, Cypher?
Can't hear you, Gabriel.
To clarify, we all saw the ghost boy after he revealed himself to Pell, correct?
Correct.
That sight definitely would stir something within me. To think about my history in the Hollow since I've been exploring, I'm constantly drawn to this space, and I've been to this fishing village before, as I remember it now. But I was wondering if I could reach back into any sort of memory through my means that are within me, and since there is death and undeath, and if this is the first time I saw a ghost child, perhaps that would incite a memory. The first thing I remember is being in this fishing town, but I see the town flash from its present state to what it's been like before. I'm hoping that UDM can help me with this memory. I'm happy to continue to describe things, but
No,
I don't
let's
know how
paint
much
it.
you're willing for me to give.
Let's paint it, you and I.
Okay.
Let's really set the scene. The bright morning in Gorodzaria, a well-loved town of maybe 20 families total that have been fishing these waters for generations. The boats sway on the dock, and the river sounds peaceful. The huts and little buildings, none of them are made too ostentatiously. They're mostly made of simple materials, wood from the nearby forest. There's lots of weaving in all of the thatch and a few woven walled huts in the area. People have been building and rebuilding things here because they don't want to harm the land, and sometimes the river does rise and sweep away the buildings, but the people of Gorodzaria don't leave. They love this land. It is where their ancestors fished and tilled the earth. Their children and their grandchildren might one day be buried under the very same trees that their parents and their grandparents and their great-grandparents are all buried. It's a village of halflings and gnomes, dwarves, elves, humans. It's quite a mix. And they all get on very well. They share meals, they throw festivals. It's a cheerful place, a happy, simple existence.
To further that memory, I somehow get the sense that I've been on an errand here of some kind. Perhaps gathering something or picking something up, and this house that the boy has suggested, I imagine that I've seen it before. As my friends have asked me these questions, does this flashback give me any extra information with regards to what we can expect or how we could approach this better?
Absolutely. You find a bit of comfort, warmth in this memory as you remember going to this building. There's not a lot of truly remarkable buildings in town, but this one, the town hall, the seat of all of the celebrations and revelry, a safe place away from the river bugs and things like that at night, where everyone can gather and laugh. There's not a tavern in town, there's not an inn. It's all very quiet, and if people are visiting, they stay with friends. They stay at the town hall sometimes, but it is the place where people gather. It is the heart of Gorod Zarya. And there's a few doors in and out. There's a very small kitchen area that has a door that leads towards the forest. There's obviously the main big doors at the front that face the river towards the main dock. And there is also a root cellar that comes up into the pantry of the kitchen. The root cellar, which you would guess floods regularly. But those would be other means of entry besides the main front doors. What to expect from there? No one lives there. And certainly, to your memory of coming here, no one would fit the description of what Gabbro has said. That might be there still.
My party would see me physically appear more confident than you've seen me before, and I close my fist around the items in it, and I just start walking toward that town hall building. And anyone is welcome to follow me. I'm going to, when I arrive, do a walk around and into all of those entryways that you mentioned. And whatever looks the safest is the way that I'll enter.
Right behind your skull staff.
Should we all just go in, or should we try to
As you approach,
conceal our numbers?
the little boy and Pell, everyone begins to walk on, and he's still having a good time in the puddles, jumping and giggling. And then he sees everyone walking away, and he looks up at you, Pell.
You want to come with us?
Where are you going?
I'm not so sure. I'm following that one. I want to Cypher.
He vanishes before your eyes and
Okay.
reappears directly next to Cypher. Where are you going?
Hello?
I'll scoot to catch up.
I'm going to this building here.
There's a person there.
Is this the person with the mean dogs?
Yeah.
We're just going to ask him a couple of questions.
Okay.
Just like we did with you. Is he the one who told you to stay out?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go play in the puddle.
Before you go, just is there more? Can you I'm not getting why you're worried. Are you worried for us?
He's creepy.
Okay, that is a very subjective term, given I have scales on my face.
It's not his fault. He has a skull on his staff, and he's working on himself.
Gabbro, you could be considered creepy to some too. You're made of stone.
You see him glance up at your
That is
staff.
comforting.
Cypher, you see the little boy glance up at your staff, and he begins to slowly vanish just a little. There's something about staff that makes him shrink back a little.
I throw my cloak over it. You don't like that?
No.
Why?
He just points to what you've covered up.
Why don't you like it? Would you like to see it closer? No.
He vanishes.
It's a bad
Well,
sign.
I didn't take it out.
People
if
don't
you're still
your
there-
staff.
Gabbro,
I'm sorry.
people don't like you either, and you haven't vanished.
Well, I didn't make the boy vanish with my creepy staff. I don't have one of those. I just have this cool mace.
I wish you'd come back and tell me why you don't like it. I won't bring it out.
Is he still in the ethereal?
Yeah, you can see him. He has kind of tucked himself against one of the building ruins nearby.
It's all
We
right,
do that.
buddy. We'll talk to you again after we talk to this guy. You don't have to come in with us.
Okay.
Okay.
And he just
Wave vaguely
stays
to
there.
wherever Bevan was talking.
Yeah.
Like, I don't quite get it right.
Bevan, you see him wave back at
A
Pell.
little bit.
Does your staff eat ghosts?
Oh, maybe.
Would-
It's a
I don't
skull.
know.
It's creepy. Most people find skulls creepy. And it's a kid.
I think
and
it's
something
far-
probably
yeah.
bad happened here.
I think as far as he knows, he's still just a regular kid.
I mean, he is.
Yes, his form has joined the earth, and he should return to the cycle.
As you walk through town, Cypher leading the way to the town hall that he knows is there. Are you doing this out in the open, just strolling down the street, having a grand old time? What's the plan here?
On parade!
Yes, I'm very confidently walking down the streets.
Great, yeah, that
Um,
feels
Look
right.
to Bevan. Are you? Is he coming? I can't see him. Is he still following us?
He's gonna hang back and kind of like nod towards one of the building that he's.
Probably
Maybe
be wise.
we want to conceal our numbers a bit. A couple of us kind of take to the side of the street, or
Or
would it be better to be grouped up? At this point, I don't know. I don't know what we're getting into.
we are ghosts.
I don't think that works
not-
that way.
yeah.
We are
That's-
more of the ghosts of this town.
You guys are all really bad at talking to people. Let's just go knock on the door, and I'll take a step up next to Cypher. We're not being that sneaky.
Okay. Well, if you're going right to the door, then I'm going to a different entrance. I will be within sight of you. But I don't know. I'm getting a feeling that that's not the best course of action.
I will stand
What do you
beside
think?
you, Pell.
Do you know something? Have you been here?
It's such an odd question. I don't know that I know. I think that I know. I have been here before. I've never entered this building that I can clearly remember. Listen, something has happened to me that I don't understand. But I connect to Hera in that I feel like I know the past version of here almost as much as I know the present version of here.
I have been here. It didn't look like this, though.
Who lived in the town hall, Haver?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Oh, if these dogs are hostile towards undead, maybe Haver wants to wait outside.
Wait, why?
Did I make myself scarce?
Maybe. I don't know.
I could do that. Tell you what, I'll watch the door.
Yeah, don't wander off.
Oh, Haver, buddy, He goes to just kind of
Like stands next to a building.
he goes to kind of like blend in. He pulls his cloak around him a little bit more, and you hear his bow like clatter against the building behind him.
My God,
Yeah,
where did he
nailed
go?
it. Right.
Oh, buddy.
After you, pal.
Yeah, I'm legit just gonna go knock on the door, and I'm slightly relying on my background haunted one to help me here because it has
Sure.
the feature Heart of Darkness, where I just look so like I've seen such unimaginable horrors that people feel bad for me and intrinsically want to help me. So I'm hoping I look so pathetic for whoever opens this door that they're gonna want to not hurt me.
What an ability.
I love it.
The pity ability.
Yes.
It's great.
This is the skinny waif ability. Just
Perfect.
Oh no, little old me.
yeah.
Um,
just go knock on the door.
Yeah, we're here about the ghosts.
You all see the town hall ahead, and while the rest of this city is decrepit, molding, becoming one with the earth again, shall we say, the town hall is whole. In fact, there are lanterns that are lit just outside, new for those that have been here before, hanging with little flickering lights inside of them.
Does it look whole like it's
The-
been repaired or like it never deteriorated?
Roll a perception check, Mr. Sees Everything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
15.
It definitely doesn't match the world around it. So either it was untouched to begin with, or someone has spent some care and time, because a lot of this place has been touched and retouched over the generations, and now it's just withered and decayed. So it's a little bit hard to tell if it's been recently repaired or if it just, for some reason, like Haver, maybe wasn't touched at all.
Evan, have you been here before? These lanterns look new to me.
I'm sorry, was that me or Haver?
Yeah, Bevan.
Bevan.
I saw that the town was here. Didn't really venture in. Kind of turned back to avoid spending the night.
Okay. It's all you, pal.
Okay.
Knock on that door.
Yeah, I frolic as much as I can.
Of course, absolutely.
Little
You
skippy
skip
walk.
in the
Back
in the rain.
Sachet.
You sashay through the rain. And the door is closed. I'm assuming, yeah, you're going to give it a knock? All right.
Yeah,
You
let's go.
knock on the door, and you hear this, the knock resounds through this not, extremely small hall. And behind the door, you first hear...
That sounds friendly.
I got a big dog that makes those noises too. I'm used to that.
Roll a
Maybe your
nature
dog
check
can be
for me,
friends
pal.
Oh no.
Or an arcana check, actually.
Big Arcana.
Yeah.
20. Dirty 20.
This is an extremely familiar sounding growl.
Oh no.
Is
Okay.
Is that bad, pal?
Because I know Gabbro is a lot less cute than I am.
Yeah, it's true.
Excuse me.
So Bevan will
you
at this
hear-
point kind of like pull everybody to let's stand like to the side of the door and see how
Bitch,
this
I'm
goes.
adorable.
Yes. And you do hear a... and then behind them you hear, oh, shh, quiet. And
Hello?
you hear footsteps. And the sound of a deadbolt being pulled to the side. And the door is pulled open to reveal a very fair, pale, very gaunt, tall, beautiful, androgynous figure. Their skin is almost luminous in the moonlight, and their eyes are fully made up. They're beautiful to behold. They have about shoulder length, very curly, but like nicely curled hair. And they're wearing a very deep cut shirt that just kind of falls over them elegantly. It could be like a silk of some sort. Very out of place, shall we say, in this otherwise very decrepit and strange place. And you see a large smile across their face.
Genuine or creepy?
Roll an insight check.
Insight? Yeah.
It's like looking at Pell, looking at this person,
14.
looking at Pell.
Let's see here. I mean, it's pretty genuine. And you do see, as the smile crosses their face, they kind of like push away a very large dark dog behind the door. Hello. How can I help you?
Hi, I was just passing through, and this town is very much unlike everything else I've seen here. Do you live here?
I do.
Just, like, permanently?
Yes, it's quite wet out there. Would you like to come inside?
Oh, that would be lovely. Yeah, I'm totally gonna go inside this house
I'm gonna follow.
with this
Oh,
stranger.
her in then, yeah.
Everyone's going inside the house. Okay.
I'm not going inside.
Great. Yeah, you're still outside. You can lurk as much as you want, and you have other ways of getting in through the front door.
Are you
you don't have a
keeping an eye
gun.
on Haver? Like she
Haver
isn't
and
bold?
Kaja
No,
are
not really.
also right outside, and Haver is reluctant to go inside because, again, he's like, maybe the dogs are gonna bite me now that you mentioned that, and Kaja is going to stay with Haver.
I'm going
you,
to find a
it's very-
side door or something.
It's very kind of you.
Of course, of course. And you step inside, and this moderately sized hall has one very long banquet table set out in the middle of it. There are candles, and across the table there's papers laid out, and the occasional like crystals and other arcane focuses. There's an orb and a few other things. And at the very end, you see, with a candle melting on top of it, a very small skull sitting on the table.
Our friend has one of those.
I'm
Maybe you have the same decorator.
I'm my decorator, actually. Hello. My
Ah.
name is Devlin. What are your names?
Do you make staffs?
I can. Are you in the market for a staff?
No, I'm just wondering if you make them like that candelabra of yours.
Hi, Devlin. This is
Oh, no.
Gabbro.
I'm
Nice to meet you, Gabbro.
I'm Bevan.
It is, yes.
Evan.
And Pell.
Pell.
You've met Pal.
Lovely name.
As I look at this person, I don't know how else to put this. Is there anything familiar about sort of their condition?
Sure. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check,
Okay.
buddy.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cash in a coin here. 5, it's even worse. 5 out of 6. Well,
That's consistent.
yeah.
Listen, the dice want what they want.
Yeah.
You look them over, and they are clearly some sort of magic practitioner. Any familiar earmarks you might notice are gone because you are distracted by how much just junk they have hanging off of their waist. They have this belt that has all these like pouches and all this kind of stuff hanging off of them. There's a like braided belt made out of some unknown material. There's just a lot of stuff going on here. And you're just not really sure what's going on.
I'm sorry. Devlin, was it?
Yes.
We're a bit disoriented. How long have you been here?
Oh, I just moved in a couple of months ago.
Taking
I saw the
advantage
place
of
and just look at how sweet and lovely it is here. And I thought, this is such a perfect location for me.
All by yourself? It's so big.
Oh, I'm not by myself. And you see just walking behind the big table a very large black hound with orange glowing eyes. And another one going into the kitchen.
I have one of those too. How do you get them to stay?
Oh, I tamed them myself.
Are they from the wild then?
I found them here, yes.
I never knew where Algernon came from.
Where did you find them? Like here?
They're-
How close to here? Exactly.
They're beasts of the hells.
Ah.
I found them quite a bit to the west.
No, okay.
But don't worry about that, dear. I'm sure that you can find your own one day.
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine we'll find all of them.
So,
Are you here to hunt them? Are you collecting?
No, not collecting so much to say. Is it hot? It feels hot. Anyways.
we're hoping to get in and out pretty quickly. We're trying to get somewhere. I'm not too sure. And I look at Bevan, because I'm not familiar with anything in here, despite being in here.
Do
We're
you
just trying to get
know?
our friend back to where he belongs.
Yeah. Are there any? Do you know how to get to the seat of the Protectorate?
Isa? You're trying to go to Isa?
If it's still there.
Sure.
Oh, it's still there, dear.
Okay.
What sort of state is it in, though?
Would you like some information?
Is it easy to get there? I'm gonna go sit. I'm gonna go sit down.
You don't
You
have
would-
to leave. Big, strong man like you can stay.
Oh, I'm not leaving. I'm sitting. Can we camp here for the night? Is it safe?
You want to camp here?
Yes.
Well, maybe not in your lovely house, but in the town. We wouldn't want to impose. You're already being very helpful.
Unless we could impose, and then we might like to.
I think
elbow Gabbro in the ribs.
well, what they mean
You
to say is
are-
we'd love some information if it's not too much of an imposition.
I mean, it certainly will, we can talk about a trade. But you are welcome to stay here. I promise to, lock the doors and keep my dogs at bay if you'd like a place to stay.
Thank you, says Pell, believing this to be 100% safe.
Cool.
And it's settled. You got anything to eat?
I do. What would you like? What do you eat?
Well, I don't require much. If you have any mosses or lichens, that...
Oh, there's many of both.
I do have some tasty treats that we were given for our journey, but I'm saving those celebratory meals for smiting, you understand.
If you go out back into where the garden was, there are some stones that have been growing some very interesting things.
Ah, you keep stones here.
They were here before. There are stones everywhere.
I see. But do you keep any? Personally?
Of course I do. And they motion to the table.
Ah, yes. I see I would have noticed those previously, had I have been looking. A person of taste, I can tell. Devlin, thank you for holding us up here. It is a privilege. I'm gonna go
Tell me,
eat some things off the stones.
do
Yes.
you decorate with stones yourself, or do you just eat them?
No, I am a wandering creature. I do not make my home in any one place long enough to cultivate, for my call takes me to various lands. A different place every day.
So you
Every
don't
stop I make a new friend.
you don't stay long enough to ensure that they're safe then.
Oh, indeed I do, for I saved them, and then they are safe.
Forever.
Yes.
Interesting.
Until the earth calls them home, at which point it is out of my hands.
To that end, the kitchen is just that way.
Excellent. Thank you.
As for the two of you,
Yeah,
yes.
about that information. What do you know? I chitter over to Pell. Do you think we can just trust them with what's going on? They seem disinterested.
Is there any reason to lie?
Yeah, no, I just want to check with you. You kind of get a better read on people, I think.
Sometimes.
All right.
You know what? I will agree with that because I do get a better read on people than Bevan.
Yeah,
It's not necessarily a good read, but it's better than his.
it's relative.
Yeah, look, I don't think lying's gonna get us any advantage in this situation because why?
Okay. Yeah. So we are trying to help someone that came to visit us over in Hull.
Oh, you're from Hull.
Yes.
What an interesting language you speak there. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah. It's pretty rare. We had somebody come visit us from Visa. They actually said they were leaving from a battle. Do you know when the last, as far as you can tell, when was the last battle of the war?
Depends on what you mean.
By battle or
By last.
So it's ongoing?
Well, I could tell you more, but it didn't come easily.
And what is it you're looking for in return?
I slide a cheese Danish across the table to Devlin.
They look at it. I do trade in secrets. If you have any, personal or otherwise.
Why is the question?
And this sort of situation where we give up what we offer in some way?
You just tell me your secrets, and I'll tell you mine.
The player in me doesn't want to fuck with this.
Genuinely don't think I have any secrets. Pell is literally everything is on her sleeves. I'm like scanning my notes, being like, what have I lied about? Nothing.
I mean, speaking of secrets, have I gotten in from another entrance at this point?
Yes, I will say the last part of your flashback is that you have found a way, and including that, I'm going to imagine the way you're going to slip in is the way that Gabbro just left.
Just like in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
You actually, Gabbro, you walk into the kitchen, and Cypher is closing the door right behind him very quietly.
Cypher, were you hungry as well?
No. What are you doing in the kitchen?
I'm looking for something to eat.
So you've just been invited to stay here?
Yes, it is quite a privilege. For Devlin.
Devlin.
Yes, the owner.
Is the name
of the
familiar
house.
to me at all?
No.
They look like they have the same condition as Pell, but I didn't want to be rude.
Interesting. But otherwise, you seem comfortable.
As comfortable as I ever am.
Okay. I'm going to keep looking around. I'm not here yet.
Then
When
where
I'm
are you?
ready, I'll go to the front door. I will be non-existent as far as you're concerned. I'm going to see if I can find more information without them knowing I'm here.
Okay. But if somebody asks where you are, where are you?
Depends on who's asking.
Okay.
Devlin doesn't know I exist. If it's in private with the others, you can let them know that I'm inside somewhere.
Do you remember where you got your staff?
Like a complete change of expression.
Why did you ask me that?
I'm just check. Devlin also keeps skulls as like ornamentation for things. So
This is not
I was
ornamentation, you idiot.
wondering, well, then why is it on top of your staff?
Why do you need to know?
If it's not ornamentation, then maybe that's why the skulls are laying around Devlin's room. I don't decorate with skulls. I don't have a home. So I don't fully understand what the purpose of this is. I thought it was ornamentation. So you will forgive my ignorance in this regard. But I just wanted to know if perhaps you and Devlin shop at the same stores, or if you perhaps got your staff from Devlin. Maybe you have
it's-
some commonality between you. I think you could possibly be
I
friends.
appreciate what you're saying, and it's a good point. I will consider it as I'm walking around. Thank you for your thoughts. I'm not giving you any information about my staff now.
Also, the dogs are from the Hells.
The dogs that the boy is worried about.
Yes. Also, apparently Pell's dog must also be from the Hells, which I'm still kind of working through that, I guess, because it helped us.
Gabriel, what was Bevan's reaction to the dogs?
I don't know. I wasn't looking at Bevan, but
Of course you weren't. You keep eating, I guess.
okay.
And you know I'm here, and I will find you if I find more information. But
Right.
otherwise, you don't know I'm here.
Okay, you do not exist. I'm sorry, that was rude.
Of all the people that could have been in the kitchen right now, it had to be you. I'm leaving.
Yes,
and I'll
thank
just,
goodness.
Go find another room to explore.
There is a hallway just outside the kitchen. So the Great Hall has two doors that leave it. One goes in, like, there's a hallway between them, and then one goes straight into the kitchen, and then the other one enters the main hallway. There's like a branch of a set of rooms in the back of the building, which is where one would assume the dogs have gone off to that have been keeping track of them. Where are you heading, Cypher? What would you like to go look for?
Well, I do wish I had more of abilities that I'm sure I had before. I'm inclined to go towards some kind of bedchamber,
Mm-hmm.
being as stealthy as possible, although knowing that these are hellhounds, I will be jumping out of windows if need be.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Can I touch myself with guidance?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Good
I touched
thing.
myself in the stranger's house.
That's a natural one.
Oh, buddy. We're gonna do something fun here. What
Perfect.
do you do that makes enough?
natural
Oh,
one.
wow.
Oh my god.
Gabro's really got to me, y'all. He's really
What?
got to me. I'm not myself right now.
What trips you up? What distracts you in this hallway that you fully blunder your stealthy entrance into this place?
The only thing I can think of, other than
Gabbro and then asking about my staff and the boy being worried about my staff and now there's skulls in this. I'm just very distracted. And on top of everything, this is a new cloak. I'm used to wearing my black one. And I guess there's some kind of seam or tear part in it that catches on something just as I'm exiting the door. And it like bounces the door. So it doesn't just open quietly. Not only does it creak, it slams back and comes back at me. And now I'm just very exposed.
You, to avoid making too much noise, you accidentally jettison yourself out into the Great Hall.
So that's where the others all are currently?
Yeah. And you all see Devlin turn around. Hello.
Oh no,
that's
it's a
Cypher.
ghost.
Cypher probably has a lot of secrets, probably more than we do if you want.
Oh,
What?
hello.
Hello. And what are you doing in my home?
I'm with these fine folks.
Aha. It's alright, I know your type. Going in through the back door.
Excuse me, my type.
My mistake. Welcome to my home.
I appreciate you have no reason to trust me. I don't appreciate the assumption. You're looking for secrets, Pell?
I trade in secrets, and they're looking for some.
They are looking for some?
I
Your
guess.
friends.
Ah,
Well, I guess before we barter information, I'm still trying to get a sense of. So, people that have come out of here before have kind of had a messed up idea of when it is. Or perhaps it's a different time out there in Hull now. So I guess I'm saying I don't know what's a secret to you at this point. Or what you think is a secret to offer us. Am I making sense? I'm sorry. I don't. Used to
It doesn't
talking
have to be
animals,
some world-altering secret. I also take personal secrets.
How much do you know, though, of like the condition of what we call the place you are, the Hollow?
Yes, I know.
Okay. So you don't think it's like 200 years ago?
No. I came here through the Kingdom of Corrin. I've been through Hull.
Oh. Okay. What year was it when
You
you
just
came?
set up camp here? You just decided to live here in the
Yes,
this-
look at it. It's beautiful. The road is here, the river.
Right.
I will say I
These-
did expect there to be more travelers. I was thinking about making this an inn.
Are there any other travelers?
Not that I've seen. To answer your question, the last time I checked, it was approximately 418 or so.
Is then in line? What year do we think it is?
It's like 420 something.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, but you gotta relax.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're all making this more complicated than it has to be. It's just a trade.
says the person who has nothing to trade.
I'm just trying to figure out what's real.
I wander back in with like an armful of food. Trading what?
What kind of food do you have there, Gabbro? Is it just lichen and moss?
Yeah, just like, I don't know. I just like emptied some cupboards while I was back there.
Actually, go ahead and roll me an investigation check since you are in the cupboards.
Absolutely. I'm not good at that, but I'm gonna
I know.
roll it anyways. Oh, all right. That's a 17.
Nice. In the cabinets, they're a little spare, but there are some like jars that have something pickling in them. There's various like lots of preserved food,
Oh,
and then there's among them dried meats, like a lot of dried meats.
oh, I found jerky.
I will just turn towards Devlin. I don't know where I am from initially before I ended up in the hollow. But the last thing I remember outside is I was startled and my hands caught fire and burned another child.
Wow. What did I just walk into?
What a delicious story. Isa, it's 2 days to the west of here. You cross the river, travel through the swamplands, and you should find the road. It's pretty obvious there's a torch that burns there. There's a shack with someone living in it.
Do they have hell dogs as well?
No, they're quite dull.
Oh.
Yes, you said the dogs are from hell. Do they come through on their own, or does something bring them through?
Do you have another secret for me?
I'll ask about
I don't
the
think so.
dogs. And you can have a secret from me then, because I'm interested in dogs. The only time I feel fully alive anymore is when I'm someone else, and I'll shape change into like a cute little elf version of Pell. Very plain, very cute, but very much just not Pell. And I'll flicker right back.
You see Devlin smile, and the smile grows and grows and grows for just a moment. And they also transform into a beautiful blonde maiden, long flowing hair. They just wink at you and shift back. The native. The dogs. Have you not smelled the sulfur on the air?
Yes. So, who opened that up? Who popped open the hell cork in this area and set this stuff? Do you know that? Are you?
Do you have a secret for me?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Come here.
And they walk over to you.
I broke your cabinets. Just like big smile, takes a big bite of jerky.
Gabbro. They reach their hand out and just gently pat your arm. And shake their head. That is not a secret. Gabbro, will you please roll me a wisdom save?
Here we go.
Amazing. Let's say 12 plus 2.
Exceptional.
14.
Absolutely exceptional. Cool. Don't worry about it. We'll come back to that. She just they just smile. Close enough. No one living popped the cork, but clearly you don't know about the Protectorate. The strongest, the mightiest mages. They all end the same way. Selfish and self-created demise. And in this case, they invited the Hells to the party.
All right. So we will disinvite the Hells. We will rescind their invitation and tell them the party is over. It's time to go home now.
Interesting.
Is it?
Well, my dogs are from there.
Yeah, I'm coming to terms with that, I'll be honest. I was a little on the fence. My friend has one, and it has aided us, so I don't know quite how to feel. I'll meditate and ask the earth for guidance in this matter. But I see now that perhaps things are not as clear as I would have originally assessed them to be.
What do you mean?
As far as what corruption needs to be removed.
You're saying that your purpose coming here is clouded.
Perhaps, but I'll find my direction in time.
You seem very certain of that.
I am. For I follow a voice, and that voice does lead me to my true purpose. We should all be so lucky.
Where does this voice come from, I wonder?
From the earth, of course.
It just talks to you.
Yes, I am its chosen avatar.
Wow, that must make you very special.
Well, I don't like to brag, but yes. Yes, I am very special.
Or arrogant. And they go right back to facing Pell and Bevan.
The vibe in here is way off, man.
Yes, the vibe here is wild.
Rancid vibes.
All right, would you like to do any checks? Were you trying to discern something? Are you looking around? What's going on?
I would.
Why does everybody get so quiet after I talk?
I'm
The
trying
vibes
to.
got weird.
What is this? Does this person, I guess, feel like they're somehow drawing, like sustaining themselves off of our secrets? Like, can I get any sense
Roll an
of what
insight
the
check.
fuck is going on here? Yeah.
Roll an insight check. Buddy.
9.
Why don't you keep thinking about what you're doing? Pell, what do you do?
Not insight checking. Because this is like vaguely familiar too. Like they seem similar to me in some ways. Definitely sneakier, but like they live here, so they gotta be sneakier. So like this does not seem all that weird to me.
Amazing. Cypher, what are you up to?
Well, earlier on, I rolled an Arcana check and didn't do well. It was 11. What I was trying to do was, Gabbro had mentioned the skulls, and I'm looking around to see if they seem to be just ornamentation, decoration, or if there's some kind of connection similar to my connection.
Go ahead and I'm gonna first start with just a straight perception check on the skulls.
12.
My God, you guys. The skull on the table is smaller than your skull. there is another skull to the side, sitting on a side table that seems to be about the same size as yours. Nothing too remarkable to be seen, just decor, maybe? You're not entirely clear.
To my party, did anyone ask Devlin about the spectral child?
Who
The
is
what?
speaking?
Devlin, have you seen any ghosts, specifically children, since you've been here?
Where?
Just wondering. Anywhere.
I've seen ghosts.
What other sort of unusual things have you seen that you haven't seen outside?
Dear, you know how this works now.
How do I know that you're going to have something valuable for me?
You don't.
How do they know that you have a good secret even? It could be a cupboard secret again.
Because I'm going first.
I will tell you.
That logic is unshakable.
Let me ask you this. To know if you have the information I would like to know. Has a shadow ever spoken to you here?
Yeah. You seem familiar with what my dogs are. Of course the shadows speak here.
But like words, not like arf arf grr.
But for free. I will say sometimes they speak a bit louder and sometimes they reach out and ask for things. And sometimes they send out emissaries.
So these shadow emissaries, do they come around often? Do they leave any paperwork? Is that what this is?
I've met a few. They travel quite far away from the Hollow, is my understanding. They some don't even know that they are what they are.
They don't know that they're that's not a very good emissary. How can you represent someone if you don't know what you are?
Oh. Everyone has a shadow, dear.
Yes, of course. Another that I cannot trust. He glances at his shadow. But tolerate for sure. Very well. I have one more. And then I will tell you my deepest secret that I have been asked to hold most recently.
All right.
All right. How do I formulate this question? Hang on. It was here a second ago.
Got distracted.
I've been told the vibes are off. So, the hell opening. How does one close it?
That's quite a question.
Yes. Yes, I am very wise.
As far as I know, it wants to be here, and it will be here. Maybe the Earth wants it here.
I will ask it later, but I don't think so. Well, you answered my question, and I didn't say anything, so I'm going to count this as a win and keep eating.
What you should be asking
Oh, please.
is what your Earth might want out of the Hells.
I will ask my Earth that. Thank you. That is an excellent question. Devlin is
See-
nice, guys.
See, you found my food.
Yes, I did.
Better than the lichens.
It's good.
I don't. I'm so sorry that we've imposed on you. Like, we don't have to stay here. I can see how you might have changed your mind on that between when the offer
You're
was
certainly
made.
welcome to stay. I have a bedroom. I can close the door. But you're also just welcome to stay in the town. It's a bit mucky, but it's got its charm.
All right.
Can I ask you one more question? Does it have to be in front of all of them? That wasn't the question. I know it wasn't a question, but it wasn't the question.
Would you like to speak in private?
Please?
Oh, we can. Yeah, we can give you the room. We should probably regroup. There are 2 others with us.
3.
One is afraid of dogs.
There are 3 others.
There are 3. You seem to be not in agreement.
Gosh, and Haver.
There is myself and you, Red, and then our 3 other companions. Besides Pell.
Right. I point at Cypher.
I don't know what you're pointing at. That doesn't exist.
Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but we'll step outside. Come on, Gabber. Yeah.
You all exit. And as the door closes, Devlin just steps closer to you, pal.
So do you want the secret first or the question first? Or does the order not matter?
I'll take the question first and then the secret.
How do you do what you do with the dogs and the everything at the table? And I'll shape change into them. And like be beautiful and sparkling and like tall and like a better version of me.
You see, as you shift and ask this question, they smile bigger. And what is your secret?
Did you promise not to tell anyone else?
Who am I going to tell, dear?
Bevan?
I promise.
Okay, great. So Bevan plays songhorn and he thinks he's really good at it. And I tell him he's really good at it and he's really bad at it. And I've never told anyone else that he's actually like
honestly
painfully bad at it. It would crush him.
So being honest with him would crush him.
I mean, I think only in that circumstance because it's something that like he cares about, but it's also not important. You know?
It's just an interesting observation. And as they say that, they transform into this tall, red-skinned, horned, like significant, like they're already pretty tall, and they're even taller, into this muscular man with black hair, like a larger wrestler version of Bevan, with horns that stick straight out to the side, though. I do this because I can.
No, I didn't ask why, I asked how.
That answers both questions.
But you have like control over it. Because like I do things because I can, but sometimes I don't know how.
It was a gift from birth. And they shift back down.
And you just practice at it then?
I've never had to practice at it. It's come naturally.
That's unfair.
You'll get better.
How?
Practice. Maybe try not being yourself so much.
Yeah, Pell is just standing there frustrated, wrinkling her nose because Pell actually hates not being herself.
Yeah.
Because it's tiring. Okay, fine. And you promise you won't tell Bevan?
No, but you might want to one day.
I don't see a reason to.
All right. Well, you know where to find me if you need anything. But you are welcome to stay in the village.
Thank you. You genuinely have been very kind. Like, I know it's been a bit odd. I know they're all a bit odd. So I appreciate it.
Have a lovely night.
Thanks, you too. I'll skip back outside.
When she comes out, I rush back in and I close the door behind me. I need to speak to you private.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she comes out too, Bevan will pull her off, and we should probably talk. Maybe just there. Just points to, like, the edge of the buildings.
Okay. About what?
Yeah. I want to see Cypher's thing first.
Yeah. We'll get to that. Cypher, you come inside, you shut the door, and Devlin was just like straightening stuff out on the table, kind of going back to whatever they were doing before you all arrived. Oh, yes. Hello.
Do they still look like how I saw them or how Pell just saw them?
They look like the way that they've looked for the most part.
Devlin and I want to start by apologizing for getting off on the wrong foot. I am not used to just coming in through the front door. It's not that You're right, you pegged me for that type. I have many secrets I can share, but I've never shared them. I hope you understand this is a very risky thing that I'm doing.
What do you want in exchange?
Everything. I want to know what you know. I want to know what has happened between when the war ended and now, and not just what's in the history books, the truth of how things have come to be the way that they are, and how I might have got mixed up in it. I know you don't know me, but I'm trying to figure out where I fit in this mess. And I think I need your help for that.
I'll tell you what. I might have a way to help you with this, but you will need to sleep here tonight.
Okay.
Tell me your secrets, and I will bestow on you a gift.
I believe, not from this time. I think I'm from before everything changed. I used to be able to see in the dark, and I can't anymore. I look like I used to, but different somehow. And I've forgotten who I was.
That is interesting. Maybe you don't want to know.
I do. Because I saw the kings. And everything clicked, but nothing clicked, you know? It's driving me mad. This needing to know.
They walk closer to you. They just gently reach out to touch the side of your face. Sleep here tonight. And I have a gift for you, but only in your dreams.
I don't trust Easy. But something about you makes me want to. So I'll stay.
I'm glad to hear it. I think my dogs are calling me, so you should bed down. And, sweet dreams.
I go cautiously to the door to open it and tell my party that I'm not coming with them.
Oh, you're gonna. So, all right. I guess we'll just. I mean, were we gonna stay? I thought we were all staying.
I was going to stay.
Gonna stay.
Yeah.
Seems nicer than the little ruined huts.
Yeah, this is. I think Devlin's cool.
Oh, I mean, unless you don't want us to stay, Cypher, in case you
Yeah,
have
is there
plans.
a thing?
Oh, are
You
you
need
mating
some-
with Devlin?
I don't. That's an odd. Everyone thinks that I'm trying.
You could just
Does
put
this,
a
like-
scabbard on the doorknob if you don't want to say it out loud.
You
also
do
need-
you. I'm gonna do me. I'm. Bye. Just walks further into the.
All right.
They seem embarrassed.
We're gonna go catch up briefly with Bevan and Pell.
Stop laughing.
Yeah. So, I walk Pell basically just to like. Just kind of like outside where the buildings are, if there's just on one road.
Yeah,
down
there's
or
plenty
whatever.
of places that you could just step closer to like the river, and there's some ruined buildings over there. Out of earshot. It's raining. Doesn't travel very far in the rain.
Yeah. So I always thought that the shadow was just kind of a an illusion of the whole thing, but maybe the shadow was the thing. If what Devlin is saying in there is true, the thing that got you out of the hollow the first time is the same thing that kept me alive the whole time I was in here. And
Well, wait. I thought you got me out of the hollow.
yeah, it sent me when it found you.
Okay.
And so I could kind of see in the dark before. Not like I could after it found me.
I mean, same here. Now I can see through everything.
And the other things too. Anyways, if what Devlin is saying is true, then it's a shadow that's like alive, and it left something on both of us. And if we can, I think it's time you meet it.
Okay. Do you still talk to it?
It's not really like talking. You kind of like.
Oh,
You know,
is
I
it
also
like-
don't know if they're stuck in one
I s-
place or if they.
I'll say that to him, but I'm going to cast message so that I whisper it, but he hears it in his head. Is it like this?
Less words and more feelings and pictures. Just, here, take my hand.
Okay, and I do. No question.
And close your eyes.
Okay.
And I'll just try to remember, so long ago now, what it was like to communicate with this thing. And see if, now that we're in the hollow, we can reach it.
Gonna just say something. You close your eyes and you reach out and you hear Devlin talking about shadow emissaries and the weight of the truths that they are speaking, if it is true, about the hollow. And the shadows around you. You know how to manipulate shadow. You're quite skilled at it, actually. And as the sun truly sets and the world begins to vanish into darkness, you guys are enough away from Devlin's lanterns. The Pell, you look down, and though you are touching him, you can barely see Bevan's hand. It's like he's wrapped in shadow. But nothing speaks. It just, like a gentle breeze, you can see it like a loose bit of fabric veiling him. And it tapers off into the night. You look to his face where his horns should be. And it's like staring straight into the night. No smile. Just darkness.
Stop it. Stop. Should shake his hands.
The light around you seems to just catch the edges of his, and you see a little bit of the red cheek again.
Okay, what was that? Because usually I can see you, and it was really hard to see you.
I don't know. All I know is that it's probably the only reason either of us made it out to begin with.
Okay, well, are you sure we should still keep trying to talk to it then? Because, I mean, gesture to all of me. Because I'm not sure it saved me.
I don't know. This place could have done worse. You could have ended up like... And I look off into the direction of where we last saw Ghost Boy.
He seems happy.
He seems scared.
Well, don't do that dark disappearing thing again without telling me. I don't like it when I can't see you.
Okay. I didn't know that's what it did. It just... I did feel it for a moment there. And if you can still hear us, I don't know if you wanted us back in here, but we're trying to take care of something. So if you could just see us through and let us back out, that would be great.
Thanks.
As you all make your way back to Devlin's abode, question mark? That is where we're going to end our session tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this episode of Those Lost. We'll see you in a week. I have been Kai, your Dungeon Bartholomew Master, and Devlin, and a little ghost boy, and a dog, and a bunch of other stuff tonight. Jonathan, outro yourself.
I am Jonathan. Thank you so much for riding through. Man, this one's getting intense. Thanks for joining us here. If you've been loving this, please tell your friends. There's only 10 episodes in these series, so, they can catch up just in time to catch the end with you.
Katie.
Oh, hi, I'm Arcady. You can find me hanging out on my Twitter, Arcady Kashka. So come do that.
Puck.
I, Puck, am Gabbro, and I bear the weight of unshakable confidence. And
Horrifying.
Or arrogance.
Is the line so thick between the two?
Is the line so thick as Gabbro's skull?
As Gabbro's skull, or his broad shoulders. Anyway, so, I'm Puck, I'm Gabbro, you Puck and Talk, go to my channel, the book stuff, watch the Monday show.
Oh my. Last but not least, Saber.
Hey, this is Saber here, and I play Cypher, the UNT question mark. I'm totally out of tokens, so help a spook out. You know what? I learned I shouldn't be using the word spook. Look it up. Do a little research. I just got that.
You could just be a spooky them. You could be a spooky them.
I'm just playing a little creepy kid. We'll see how it all turns out. Who is also creeping other kid, like my staff and the poor little ghost.
He's a good little guy. He's trying his best.
Thanks as always for having me.
Of course. Thank you everyone so much for joining us, and we will see you in a week for whatever that was.
It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. We all agreed to play some D&D. That means role-playing, fighting and slaying, solving puzzles. Maybe it's just me. But you guys won't.
No, we won't.
You guys just don't.
No, we don't.
Follow a single plotline through and through. I'm not complaining, but instead of gaming, you find the weirdest other things to do. There was adventure, but you guys wouldn't venture. Instead you said